All right, everyone, welcome to this daily sidereal forecast for August 25th, Tuesday. My name is Athen. So the moon is in Sag here today, coming out of that transformational energy from the past 2 days of Ophiuchus and Scorpio. Had gone over the galactic center over the evening time for most of us, and now things are perhaps feeling quite expansive, actually. This can be a very buoyant day, especially when it comes to our feelings. But not just our feelings, our self-expression. The sun is going to be conjoining up to Jupiter within a 1-degree orb today, going exact tomorrow, but there is a lot to be expressed. There's a lot to be seen. This is a great time to look at our overall life and to see the big picture in terms of how to implement, our goals, our passions, our ideals, things like that. So there is this tremendous freeing energy of the day, adventurous, positive outlook, probably feeling quite good with the moon here. The moon's going to be trining up to the sun, so we are in this gibbous phase. So our self-expression should flow quite smoothly as well. So it's a good time to enjoy these things. I do recommend things like wisdom, studying, maybe a little bit of travel, light travel, getting in contact with nature, anything that essentially opens up our mind, or literally through, connecting to broadened things like travel, etc. So that's going to be our feelings, trining up to this beautiful conjunction between Jupiter and the Sun in Leo. Self-expression should come quite naturally here today. Do watch any excess, though, which is always the case with Jupiter. I don't think it's going to be too much of a concern, but especially with Jupiter opposing up to Neptune right now, it's important that we do act with discipline and that we aren't just seeing the ungrounded philosophies of life and getting too carried away with, philosophies, the outlooks, the big picture stuff, and keeping both feet firmly on the ground. But I think we naturally will. If you can see in the transit chart, we do have Mercury sextiling up to Saturn now going into this rest of the week. So I think we do have this grounded perspective here for this week and seeing what needs to be fixed perhaps. This is actually a really good energy for serious concerns to where they don't feel too serious, but we're willing to work at them, to fix them, to see what kind of things can be improved, especially with Mercury in Virgo right now at the moment. So it's an excellent day as the day unfolds for mental tasks, for getting things taken care of, if it is in the routine or if it is at work. Any type of practical energy, especially when it does involve the mind or communications, can be a fantastic day to work with these. In the early time period, if for those of you that are in Europe, you'll probably feel this the most in your earlier part of the day. The moon's squaring up to the North Node. Maybe there are some gears to get moving with that routine and self-discipline there, with the North Node in Virgo. But as the day unfolds, you can see all of this blue energy for all of us. So that trine up to the sun, entering this gibbous phase, feeling quite buoyant. The moon trining up to Jupiter, very, very nice. And then that sun conjoins up to Jupiter within 1-degree orb. Now, a little bit later in the day, the moon does sextile Neptune, so it should be an easy-going day, which is quite nice. And then pretty late in the evening for most of us, the moon will be conjoining up to Pluto. But I feel like with all of this more supportive kind of energy, this is, I think, intense feelings. And I think it can be very powerful, but probably of the type of, again, these changes to our life path. So I think being open to change, as has been the case with Pluto in Sagittarius, be willing to rework and to see different ways of looking at things. Sagittarius is a very mental sort of wisdom related part of the chart, and I think naturally those intense feelings can be quite good. They can feel quite good with all of this positive support coming from Leo trining up to Sagittarius and sextiles from Saturn. So that's the general gist. I think a very good day for creative projects, having fun, that buoyancy, most certainly, while maybe taking care of the routine and daily activities. But all in all, I think tapping into that adventurous spirit would be a fantastic day of working with it. So have a nice day, everyone. Thanks again for all of your support. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.